Okay, to start off, we request everyone to please stand and greet each other with a finger heart to surround our atmosphere with much needed love. While we're at it, make sure to keep your area clean by picking all the trash on the floor. Okay, for us to start immediately to our discussion. Okay, thank you. You may now take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning, sir.
I am your Sir Kelvin Capia, but you may address me as your Sir Kelvin. Okay, so before we start our lesson for today's discussion, let's have an activity first. Okay, so this activity is entitled Convince Me. Okay, so help Eileen where should she spend her first Valentine's Day. Okay, so a friend of mine, let's call her Eileen. Eileen has been single since birth, and recently she was asked out by someone for a date. But since she has no experience with dating, she sought my advice. But neither have I been on a date myself. That is why I decided to bring this up to the class instead and seek for your advice. Okay, so Eileen has two places in mind. These two places being her most ideal dates. Both of them are actually nice places, but I am not very sure which one is a better choice for a date. Okay, so for your activity, so you just have to group yourself into two. And I am going to distribute the graphic organizer and the activity sheet with a graphic organizer per group. Then write your chosen dating place in the middle of the graphic organizer. Then your task is to complete the graphic organizer by writing phrases or sentences about your chosen topic or chosen place on the blank circles of the graphic organizer, convincing your classmate that the place you have chosen is better than the other places. Okay, so I'll just show you the two different places for dating. Okay, this is the first picture, a date and a beach resort. And the second picture is date in a 5-star hotel. So I repeat, you are going to choose one, yes, between the two. Then you are going to write your chosen place in the center of the graphic organizer. Yes, this is the graphic organizer. You have to write your chosen place, dating place in here. And then the reason why you chose that dating place is the rest or the remaining circles in the graphic organizer. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes to do the activity. Now we have 5 minutes to do the activity. You may now start.
Sir, should we mention a specific place or just leave us speaking? For example, just a restaurant like that.
No, just have to choose between the two.
Okay.
A day in a beach resort and in a 5-star hotel.
Okay.
Are you done, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since the group 1 finished it first, let's have the group 1 present their output.
So we chose a date in a 5-star hotel. Why? Because first, this is for formal occasions. This is setting for formal occasion. This is a romantic place for lovers. This is classy and elegant place to date. This gives them a sense of privacy between the couples. And lastly, in a five-star hotel, they serve delicious food.
Very good. Let's give them a round of applause. Now let's have the group food.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmates. We chose beach because at the beach we usually enjoy the magnificent view of the sunset and sunrise. Also, we usually enjoy the romantic scenery of the line where the sky meets the sea. And of course, we usually enjoy the fresh air and the white sand, and of course, the seafood.
Very good. Let's also give her one round of applause, please. Now let's process the activity. What is your purpose in writing your opinion or reasons on the graphic organizer? Yes, your purpose. Is it to persuade someone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very. Yes, your purpose is to convince.
Like your friend.
Yes. Okay. Now, do you think your readers will be convinced if they read the one you have written on your graphic organizer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If yes, what did you write to convince them? Okay, you already answered. If no, what are the things that you must include in the graphic organizer for them to be convinced? Okay. Based on the activity, what do you think is our lesson for today? Anyone? Yes, Marco. You're raising your hand.
I think it's persuasive.
Okay, very good. Our topic for today is on persuasive writing. But before that, let me share to you or present to you our objectives for today's discussion. Today's video. Okay, under cognitive domain, we have define persuasive writing, identify the different strategies essential in persuasive writing, and then under psychomotor learning, we have construct a persuasive essay or a 3 to 5 sentence paragraph persuasive essay considering the basic strategies and basic structure of persuasive essay. And lastly, we have under affective domain, appreciate the basic strategies and basic parts of persuasive writing by using them in writing effective persuasive essay. Okay, so our topic is like what I said is persuasive writing. Okay, persuasion happens every day way more than we realize. Persuasion is that one moment you found yourself lining up for a cup of milk tea because everyone kept going on how good it was. Persuasion is the time someone you know had finally quit smoking because everyone kept telling that it may just risk his health or it may just put his health at risk. Persuasion is that one moment you finally minimize the use of plastics because you saw through a Facebook video that it may just harm our marine life. And persuasion is that one moment you finally realize that he or she wasn't the one because he deserved someone better. Okay, so how about you? Can you cite some example or one moment you persuaded someone or someone had persuaded you? Anyone?
The election.
What about the election? Yes, Lionel.
For example, sir, the politicians convince their constituents or the voters to vote for them.
Okay, very good. What else? Hazel, do you have any idea? How about Denny? Do you have any idea? Yes, Denny?
Persuasion happened on me when I convinced someone to read this book because this book is a good one because it is of great value. You can change someone's life into a better one.
Okay, very good. Let's give Benny a round of applause, please. Okay, so be it in politics, love, health, business or anything else, we are all subjected to persuasion. And knowing the twists and turns of persuasion may help us be wiser and be more critical. Okay, now that we have established the relevance of persuasive writing into our lives, let's dive deeper into our main topic by defining first what persuasive writing is. Anyone? Okay, please, raise your hand.
Persuasive writing is a form of non-fiction writing that aims to influence or change an audience thought or attitude.
Okay, very good. You know it. Okay, persuasive writing is a form of non-fiction writing that aims to change or influence the reader's behavior, or it aims to convince your readers. Okay, now let's move on to the basic strategies in persuasive writing. First, we have the appeal to emotion or pathos. Okay, who wants to read it? Yes, Marco, please read.
Feel emotion or patterns. People are emotional beings, and it is human nature to be influenced by our emotions. Strategies commonly used in advertisement where the main intention is to move the audience emotionally.
Okay, very good. So, appeal to emotion or pathos. People are emotional beings, hence it is human nature to be influenced by our emotions. These strategies commonly used in advertisements where the main intention is to move the audience emotionally. Now, who can give another example aside from advertisement? Yes, Hazel.
For example, sir, is doing household chores for my parents to allow me to go to a party.
Okay, very good. Since you already knew that, I think we could proceed now to the second one, which is appeal to reasons or logos. We have another example. We have another example here. So, example are those tie ads that randomly appear on your feed, or locally you have the ads in forms of stories by Jollibee, which never cease to make us clean, or also whenever we suddenly start doing household chores, just like what Lisa said, so your parents would let you go to your friend's party. Okay, let's proceed now to our second strategy. What do you think is our second strategy?
Reasons.
Okay, we have the appeal to reasons or logos. Dana, can you please read?
Appeal to reason or logos. Appealing to one's intellect in a very efficient way of persuading an audience. Persuasion should be measured, logical way, or trying to convince others to establish a strong reasoning. You need to cite solid evidence to back your stand.
Okay, very good. You know that you're thinking. Okay, some examples that use this strategy are the infographics. Are you aware or are you familiar with infographics?
Yes.
Okay, infographics that we've been seeing lately urging us to stay at home as much as possible. And these types of infographics often show certain data to establish reliability. Now, can you give or can you cite some examples?
Debate.
Debate.
Reason out.
Okay, another. Yes, Manny.
An infographic about, let's say, an infographic about how to wear properly our face mask so that we would not catch the virus, COVID-19 virus.
Okay, very good. Let's start with it. Okay, now let's proceed to our third and last strategy or element, which is the appeal to ethics or ethos. Okay, so I'll just read it. This refers to the effort to convince your audience of your credibility or character. Before you can convince an audience to accept anything you say, they have to accept you. Example of these strategy or commercials where sought after and credible artists are being hired as their brand ambassador to convince their consumers. Okay, so, do you have any other example to share? Yes, Benny.
Crispino being the ambassador of Ariel.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now let's proceed to the effective strategies or what makes an effective persuasive essay. So, Marco, can you please read it?
Catchy intro, strong relevant claims, research solid evidence support claims as sounding conclusion.
Okay, so what makes an effective persuasive essay? Okay, so first we have the catchy intro. Catchy intro provide great first impression, establish credibility with your audience, and prepare the readers for the content of the essay. Strong relevant claims, research, and solid evidence to support claims. You must include in your essay the strong reasons which are logical and clear and must directly support the claim, answering the question, why is this claim true? And for the last, you have the conclusion or the resounding conclusion. So you need to have a resounding conclusion that shows your reader that you have proved your thesis statement and summarizes your point. Okay, now that we discussed that, let's proceed to the basic structure or basic parts of persuasive essay. First part is the introduction. In introduction, we have the hook, background, and thesis statement. Okay, so the introduction to persuasive essay should grab the reader's attention and provide background information about your topic. Then next we have the body. The body introduces your claims, develop and support sufficiently with evidence. And for our last part, we have the conclusion. Conclusion reiterate the main points or summarizes your points. Okay, so do you have any questions? Clarifications? Answers? Okay. Okay, please settle down as we're going to have an activity. Okay, class, so group yourself into three. As I will write the introduction, body, and conclusion of the persuasive essay that you are going to write. Then construct a short persuasive essay on wearing school uniform. I repeat, short persuasive essay on wearing school uniform, applying the different strategies and the basic parts of persuasive essay. Then every member shall be given 5 minutes to write their part. Then you'll be given extra 5 minutes to finalize your work before presenting it to the class. Okay, you may now start the activity. Okay, last 2 minutes for the first member. Okay, time's up. Please hand the paper to the next member. Okay, for the second member, you still have 3 minutes to write your part or to write the body of your persuasive essay. Okay, time's up. Now, who can present or who can share their persuasive essay here in front? Okay, the group of benefits. Go na yung
Wearing uniforms in school is a must, for it gives students identity, certain rights applied on their school, and it provides a sense of unity. Wearing school uniform is a must because it will make the students look formal and tidy. In that way, they are identified as students.
What is that part? Is that button?
Therefore, wearing school uniforms is a must rule that every student should abide.
Okay, very good. Let's give Benny a round. Let's do the group of Benny a round. Now for our second group. Prepared here a sample persuasive essay on wearing school uniform. Who wants to read it? Yes, Marco.
School uniforms and why students wear them has been a topic of concern and debate for a long, as these clothes have been around. Through people who argue that wearing uniforms in educational institutions make people appear all equal, give a sense of community, and teach discipline. I believe that there are more students to adorn uniform takes away freedom. They are often uncomfortable. They are a waste of money. They promote conformity over individuality.
At school. Okay, thank you. You may now take your seat. Let's have a short review. Okay, what is persuasion? Anyone?
Sir.
Yes, Mark. Sir.
The act of convincing someone to believe that something is true.
Okay, very good. How about persuasive essay? Yes, Leonie.
Okay, sir, based on my understanding, it's a form of non-fiction writing that aims to influence or change an audience's thoughts or actions.
Okay, very good. Okay, what about the different elements of persuasive writing? Yes, Daddy.
Ethos, logos, and pathos.
Okay, very good. How about what makes an effective persuasive essay? Yes, Marco.
A catchy intro.
Another one.
Strong relevant claims.
Okay. Next. Yes, Marco.
Solid evidence to support claims.
Yes, then.
A resounding conclusion.
Okay, okay. Marco.
Research.
Okay. That makes an effective persuasive essay. How about the basic bars or the basic structure of persuasive essay? The three basic parts of persuasive essay. Yes, Marco.
We have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion.
Okay, very good. Let's clap for ourselves. Okay, let's have the application activity or the enrichment activity. So, please group yourselves into three or the three in your groupings earlier. Your task is to write a short, persuasive essay about soap, detergent, shampoo, or appliances. Decide who will write introduction, body, and conclusion, and make sure to apply the different elements and strategies discussed. Okay, so you have 15 minutes to answer the activity. Time's up. Okay, this pass your output, and I'm going to check this later in the evening. Okay, so today we have learned about the persuasive writing. As said earlier, learning about persuasion is very beneficial as it helps develop our critical thinking and enables us to be wiser and have more sensible decisions. Okay, so before we end our lesson or discussion, let's have a short quiz. Okay, so I am going to let you watch two video clips. First is about online class, and the second one is about face-to-face classes. Then be able to choose between the two modes of learning that you think is more effective to the students' learning, considering the COVID-19 pandemic. So your task is to write a 3 to 5 paragraph persuasive essay about your chosen topic, applying the elements and the basic structure of persuasive writing. Do this within 20 minutes, please. Wait. So this is the first video. So the first video clip is about the limited face-to-face process. Okay, for our next video, let's watch the. Okay, now let's proceed to the video clip on the advantages of online learning. Okay, last 2 minutes. Last 1 minute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, time's up. Please pass your task papers. Okay, and I am going to check this later. So before we end our discussion, let me give you your assignment to be passed next week or next meeting. Okay, for your first assignment, write an effective persuasive essay on the topic, should students be allowed to have phones at school? I repeat, for your follow-up assignment, write an effective persuasive essay on the topic, should students be allowed to have phones at school? And for your second activity or your second assignment, what is argumentative writing? And what are the parts and elements of argumentative essay? Okay, so to end, I would like to invite you to ask you use what you have learned today to your advantage. I hope that you may be able to apply what you have learned to persuade those around you to make good choices. So that's all, class. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something.